Do you have an old laptop like this one that's kind of getting pretty slow? You're thinking about upgrading it or getting a new model, but you're just not quite sure that you can splurge that £300+ for a nice new model? Well, these Kingston SSDs can actually help you out pretty easily. So first of all, I want to make it clear this is sponsored by Kingston, so thank you to you guys for supporting the channel and helping me make these videos very regularly. But otherwise, let's jump into, well, upgrading your laptop. Now, for the usual crowd who watch these videos, you probably already know this. This video is more aimed for those relatives that ask you for tech support most holiday seasons. So this is kind of aimed at those, so feel free to share this video with them. But to give you a bit of a rundown, basically these Kingston SSDs are the more sort of budget lineup of the Kingston lineup. These are the A400s. The ones that I have here are the 120 gig models. They do have 120, 240 and 500 or 480 gig models as well. So depending on how much capacity you want to have will also depend on how much money you want to spend. But this is a really nice and pretty cheap alternative to buying a full new laptop and giving your old laptop or desktop a few more years of service while still not breaking the bank. So first things first, what do? Well, first of all, you will want to make a backup of your existing software or hard drive if you want to back up any files. So if you have those prized possession photos or anything else on there, make sure that you back those up. You can do that to an external USB hard drive. You can do that to any one of the many cloud services like Google Drive or Dropbox, but make sure that you have those backed up first. The next thing you want to do is remove the old hard drive from the laptop. Now, depending on which laptop or desktop you have, this will vary in difficulty, but at least for this one anyway, it is incredibly easy. And this model anyway, it's just 2 screws on the bottom, remove the battery and then lift the cover up, lift the hard drive out, there's no screws holding it in, remove the SATA power and data connectors, and then take off a couple of the rubber mounts, attach the rubber mounts to your new shiny SSD, plug in that SATA power and data connector again, place it back in, pop the cover on, 2 screws tighten down, put the battery back in, and there you go, it's installed. The next thing you want to do is install your operating system. Now, this is likely going to be a version of Windows, either that Windows 7, 8 or 10, and if you haven't done this before, it is a pretty simple procedure, so don't worry too much. Now, you may have received an installation disk or even USB stick with your device depending on when and where you got it, so feel free to check the box if you still have it for that disk, or if you know where it is, then go grab that. If not, don't worry, you can download Windows 7, 8 or 10 from Microsoft's website and create a bootable USB stick like this one. It's a very simple procedure. I'll link to a very simple tutorial in the description down below for you to set that up, but otherwise you either put the disk in the disk tray if you have one, or plug in your USB stick and make sure to press normally delete to access the BIOS to change which boot device you want to boot from. Once you've changed the boot device to either your disk drive or your USB stick, then all you have to do is press normally F10 to save and then let it reboot and it will boot into the setup. It's a pretty simple procedure, just press next and you're generally okay with express settings, and otherwise you're pretty much good to go. Now, this wouldn't be a video of mine without a few benchmarks in it, so let's give a quick test of how long it takes to boot from cold with the hard drive versus the SSD, and then a couple of general tasks like loading up a web browser and loading up a Word document or something similar. Starting off with a simple cold boot test with the laptop. As you can see, on the top we have the timer with the SSD in the laptop, and on the bottom we have the timer with the hard drive in the laptop. These are both exact same situations, the exact same build of Windows with all of the updates necessary done first, so that nothing else would be on loading either of those drives when starting the machine up, and there's basically nothing due to start on launch either. It's a basically fresh install with Google Chrome installed as the only addition, so nice and simple. I'm going to leave some music on while we let this catch up and let the hard drive, get to doing its business. So as you can See, the hard drive is quite literally double the time for to boot up than the SSD. And taking a look at the just opening Chrome to the YouTube channel sort of test, if you like, it really is still a pretty staggering difference even in just loading web pages. The biggest thing for me was just trying to set up this test and install the Google Chrome browser, get the my account sorted on that, and then all the other bits and pieces of just trying to set up this test alone. The usability was so different and such a massive difference that really is very much worth an upgrade. So as you can see, it is much faster on the SSD, and what I have to say is that I've been using this laptop while I was away over the Christmas period, and I've got to say that from using it with a hard drive versus using it with the SSD, it actually makes it usable again. Now, there is some limitations. For example, I was trying to write an Android app on this laptop while I was away, and stuff like even just this simple build of the app took a very long time. So it doesn't fix those sorts of issues, but it does fix a lot of the loading time issues, fixes a lot of the just general usability and feel of the device, where it actually feels like it's a lot faster now. So while you're not obviously upgrading the RAM or the processor at all, it's still a very big and very noticeable difference. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative. If you're part of the usual crowd that watches these videos and you're still here, thank you. And also, if you have anyone that you know who has one of these sort of older laptops or desktops that could really do with an SSD upgrade, let me know in the comments down below, and especially if you have any magical tales of the magical tech support questions we often get asked as techies. But yeah, either way, thank you to Kingston for sponsoring this video. It massively helps out in keeping these videos able to come out, so thank you to those guys, and obviously thank you to you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel and you feel like these videos are interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be notified of future uploads. And otherwise, that's pretty much it. If you want to check out the A400 SSDs, then feel free to take a look at the link in the description down below, and feel free to take a look at the other Kingston time hacks, which is part of this sort of series of videos. So feel free to take a look at those down there too. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next video.